And we are recording with my jank jeans. Give it a clap. We'll be on our way. What's up, friends? I don't think I've ever said what's up, friends before. I'm gonna roll with it. Hello, everyone. This is not Manly Monday. This is uncharted territory. This is totally different, totally new. And I'm thrilled. I'm excited that you're here. My name's Tom. I'm the editor of Your Other Brothers. We are a community navigating. Wow, you think all the times I've said that? It's because I didn't drink my water. Stay hydrated, everyone. We are Your Other Brothers, a community navigating faith, homosexuality, and masculinity together. And this is not Manly Monday, this is State of the YOB. State of the YOB. A little bit different. If y'all have been following my Manly Monday videos these last several months, you seem to recall that it was a big conglomeration of everything. Manly Monday thoughts and State of the YOB in a mailbag, and it was just like a whole production. And now, streamline things a little bit. This is State of the YOB, and this is a little bit of a recap, rehash of the month that was September 2018 at yourotherbrothers.com. All the blogs, podcasts, videos that we produced this month. So if you missed anything, if anything catches your eye, there will be links in the description below where you can check out said blogs, podcasts, or videos. Before I move any further though, I do need to remember a fallen friend, a dear friend, actually. And that was the Granny Rocker. Even though the Granny Rocker received some love, received some votes in last month, Manly Monday's Chairapalooza, Chairlemma, sadly, the Granny Rocker was too loud for my tastes. It was like every little movement, like a creak and a groan, like that poor little chair. So, to commemorate the Granny Rocker, I've put together this footage. This is serious. I put together this footage, and I imagine there to be a black and white filter, and I imagine there to be like a Sarah McLachlan song in the background. So please enjoy. Are we done? Is it over? Okay. All right, we're back. This is State of the YOB. Everything that happened the month of September on our website, yourotherbrothers.com. Starting off in our blogosphere. Firstly, from Jacob, one of our amazing authors. He wrote a post called Singleness in a Silhouette, and it's a tearjerker. It's a hard one. Anyone out there, if you have siblings who are married, if you're part of a family, a large family, small family, and you feel that exclusion about being single, about living a single celibate life until further notice because of your sexuality. This is a good one because he talks about a family function and family photos and how everyone else had a pair, an item in their pair to go to except for him. And so it's a tearjerker, one of my favorite posts that Jacob's ever written, and I think you'll enjoy it if you're into sadness. And then Dean, our author among authors, our blogger among bloggers, and has written some amazing stories, and in this one, a personal, vulnerable conversation. He talks about having a personal, vulnerable conversation with a friend. And this is a great story for me because as I put more and more of my life out there, I'm very public with my name and identity. This is a good perspective post to realize that maybe not everything, not every story, not every interaction, not every conversation needs to be put out there in a blog or in a book or in some other online outlet. Maybe there are some conversations and some interactions that are just better left between friends, between brothers. And this is a great example of that. So it's his final post in a series that he's been doing with a friend who is part of his church, part of his work environment, who then moved away. And just kind of the fallout. What do you do when a friend moves away? How do you maintain the friendship? How do you grow the friendship? And so this is a story that ties a bow on that relationship. Our dear brother Kevin wrote a post which is apt for so many, coming out at college. I came out at college, not to college folks, mind you, because I had no college friends. But aside from that, Kevin writes a post about coming out of college, joining a men's group, and the foreignness that I'm sure many of us can resonate with as far as men's groups go. And just trying to fit in, trying to belong, trying to find and establish trust with any one person in the group. And so this is a great story about Kevin starting out his journey of vulnerability, opening up to people, telling his story. If you're in college, if you're fresh on this journey, I think this is a post for you, because everyone's got to start somewhere. And this is where Kevin started. And then we have Ryan. Gosh, this was a great month for blogs, honestly. I'm not just saying that as the guy who edits them and puts them out there. This was a fantastic month for blogs. Ryan's post, My Battle with Male Body Image, got a lot of attention. Just a lot of encouragement and support, and yeah, me too. I mean, I'll be the first one to raise my hand. I struggle with male body image. I have ever since puberty, essentially. And it's tough. It is a tough battle. While I haven't had to go through exactly what Ryan has had to go through as far as being overweight, the challenges that go with that, struggling with acne as a kid, struggling with being skinny and having no muscles and just being hairy, and it's just, male body image freaks me out. It's so uncomfortable. And Ryan does a great job just telling his story, his journey, his battle, navigating his self-worth, essentially. So, beautiful post. Check it out. If you struggle with male body image, you are not alone. I think that's something that, it's something that's like a girl thing. Like if you're a woman, then it's okay that you can struggle with body image, but if you're a man, like you shouldn't be concerned about that, or it shouldn't matter to you, or you should just, dress how you will or look how you want. But it's a real thing, and I'm glad that Ryan's talking about it. I'm glad that we as a community are talking about it. I wrote a post called I'm Still Ashamed to talk about my sexuality, and I am very much still ashamed to talk about my sexuality. I think there's a perception of me as someone who's like written a couple books of talking about my sexuality, and obviously appearing on the site in blog form, in podcast form, in video form, that there's really nothing that could be shameful for me anymore, that I've gotten it all out of my system, and that it's whatever, Oh yeah, Tom, he's attracted to guys. Did you see who won the game the other day? I don't know, like, there's still plenty of situations and scenarios where I feel those little shame tendrils like clutching my heart and squeezing me, and I talk about an instance with some family members, story about a family member who kind of started going on a rant about gay people and transgender people, and meanwhile everyone else in the room knows my story. I don't think pretty sure this person did not know. And so I talk about just feeling ashamed and feeling stuck. It was a fight or flight scenario, and I totally went to flight, and I regret it, and it just kind of captures a little bit of that angst and that shame that I think a lot of us feel, especially at family functions. And then lastly, our final blog post of the month was from Marshall, How God Provided in My Midlife Loneliness. Marshall's in the middle of a series right now about going through a midlife crisis, a midlife series of changes from the East Coast to the West Coast. And I'm a huge fan of Seattle personally, and so I'm excited to see how Marshall's Seattle stories turn out. Anyone from Seattle, give me a comment. I'm gonna shoot you a prize right now if you're from Seattle. Yeah, check out Marshall's post. Marshall's one of our he is our oldest blogger, author, super active in this community, love him dearly, and has just a great perspective and a great chain of stories about going through singleness and loneliness and surviving a midlife crisis. So if that appeals to you, if that hits your age demographic, or if you're just in a situation, a life stage where you've started a new school, or you've gone to a new church, or you're in a new city, if you're dealing with loneliness, battling loneliness, Marshall's post. Our podcast this month, because we have a podcast, You're the Brothers podcast. It was episode 41, and it was called Why Side B. It was me, it was Ryan, and it was Matthew, and we got to have a great conversation about side B and side A, and what in the world are all of these things, these labels, these names. And we talked about choosing a traditional sexual ethic and what that means, the challenges that entails, and maybe the joys that brings as well. A really great conversation, and to tag along with our YOBcast for the month, we also put out a YOBalog this very week. It was our second YOBalog we've ever done, and that is our bonus podcast that we also do monthly as of now, and it's only available for our Patreon supporters. And it's like a 30-40 minute episode of feedback from the last episode, comments, even listener calls. We've established a phone number that you can call anytime. And additionally, in addition to feedback from the last episode, we also have bonus content not featured on the regular YOBcast episode. So in this particular YOBalog, we actually had a really substantial bonus content section where the three of us talked about celibate gay partnerships, because that's a thing. And also have plenty of room for bloopers. There's my personal favorite of Matthew's service kind of going out, because we dialed him in from New Mexico on that episode. And there were plenty of instances where he either cut out or turned into a robot, all while there was a hailstorm, mind you. So it provided a lot of opportunity for bonus content. So check out our YOBalog, check out the YOBcast. If you want to support Your Other Brothers on Patreon, you want to be able to listen to these YOBalog episodes for supporting us for even $1 a month, you can go to patreon.com/YourOtherBros. All the information is there. And then finally, our video for the month, our Manly Monday of this month, was called Is Jesus Still With Me? And I talked about two storms in Scripture. How Jesus was fittingly a part of both storms, and fittingly in two very different ways. One of him asleep in the bow of the boat, the stern of the boat. What's the nautical term? The hull of the boat, the starboard of the, I don't know. He was in the boat and he was sleeping. And then the other story of him not even being in the boat, but being out on the waves, being out on some island or some shore somewhere, and then coming out to the boat to meet the disciples. And it's a great picture of how Jesus is with us in the storm, but also calls us out to something greater. And I think it's great to remember both situations, whatever you're going through, whatever storm, literal or metaphoric, you're going through. It was quite interesting timing that video came out right as Hurricane Florence was set to ravage the Carolinas and the coast. And it was totally unintentional. I had no idea actually that the hurricane was forming as I shot that video. So it has this like weird sub-meaning now in the aftermath. So if you missed it, you can go and watch here on our YOBTube channel. Is Jesus Still With Me? And I believe he is. Whether we feel it or not, I believe that he is. That's gonna do it for the State of the YOB. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it informative, if you found it beneficial, or if you just really love this chair, because the old chair is gone, it's incinerated, it's burning forever. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to our YOBTube channel, subscribe. It really helps us out. You can also sign up for notifications so you never miss a video. We try to put one out every couple weeks, and hopefully we'll be doing more of these videos for Your Other Brothers. We are also on all the socials at Your Other Bros. So if you love us, if you love Facebook, if you love Instagram, if you love Twitter, if you love all three, if you love two of those, if you love one of those, at Your Other Bros, you'll find us, and we'd love your support on social media as well. So that's going to do it for State of the YOB until October. Keep yobbing. Gosh, I have like so many different series and videos and podcasts, and I need all these sign-offs. Can I just have one sign-off for everything? Keep yobbing? Where did that even come from? I don't even know. I don't know. The State of the YOB is good. This is like political now. God bless the YOB. God bless the state of this YOB. We'll see you next time for Manly Monday. We'll get back on track, y'all. Some way, somehow.